Well, over the past several years, we have been working with Susan G. Komen East Tennessee on so many projects and events. The Race for the Cure, the Big Wig campaigns, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and that's just the beginning. This morning we have Amy Dunaway back with us, Executive Director of Susan G. Komen East Tennessee. She is joining us this morning to tell us about some changes and how they may affect us here in our region. So, Amy, great to have you back on this show.
Thanks for having me.
Well, certainly we've talked about just all the things that we have done over the past several years, and I know you have been with Susan G. Komen, even sitting on the board long before you became the executive director.
Yes, I have. I've been with the organization about 18.5 years in some capacity.
Wow. So last week we got a news release and you were sharing information, and we started to see this sort of on a national level. So just sort of explain to our viewers about the change and how it's going to take place.
Sure. So a few months ago, the national organization announced that they would be consolidating all of our local affiliates into one national entity. And in order to do that, they needed to shift their mission a little bit to manage that at the national level. They will be funding research, they will be funding advocacy, and they will be funding direct services through a 1-877 toll-free phone number that folks can reach out and call. Because of that, the board of directors and Lori and I agree the money that you raise through Big Wig campaigns that we've raised over the years belongs in our community. And so to that end, we have given several restricted gifts to partners that we've partnered with over the years so that they can continue our legacy in the community, providing that screening and diagnostic services that you've heard me say so many times is so important, and that patient financial assistance.
And I know that's one of the things that's very near and dear to your heart, and fundraising obviously so important with Susan G. Komen, and talking about how important that was, especially during this past year with COVID. So you were saying that money that was raised, especially through the Big Wig campaign, really helped a lot of people.
You know, it did. It's funny. Yesterday I paid 2 patients' utility bills. Today I've got to pay someone's rent and a utility bill. I had another patient email me this morning needing assistance. Lori met somebody last week in Elizabethton to give them a grocery card so that they could put food on their table while going through this. You know, we were created as a grassroots organization. We have had excellent neighbors and have tried to be good neighbors in the community. You know, our volunteers who have come out year after year to give their time, talent, and treasure to our community, our board members, our sponsors. And I want to take a second to say a special thank you to Lori, our Director of Special Events. She has worked tirelessly to give back to the community in which she lives. And we have some amazing folks in this community. They've stepped up year after year to give back, and thank you to each and every one of them.
I know that over the years you have developed such a relationship with so many people, and I know even locally when we had some changes to Susan G. Komen East Tennessee, when we heard, you know, you were in Knoxville, and the number of times that you have really gone back and forth and really taken a hold of the Tri-Cities area as your own.
You know, it's kind of become my second home. I love this, and it's a beautiful part of the world. We are so blessed to live in East Tennessee and Northeast Tennessee. We not only have beautiful scenery, we have amazing people. And it has been my pleasure to serve alongside and to fight alongside these women and men who've battled breast cancer. And it will be missed. Komen will be missed in our community. Komen National will still have that 1-800 number you can call. They'll still fund research, but we will no longer have an office in Kingsport. We will no longer have an office in Knoxville. And folks will be calling a 1-800 number to get those services. But those funds right now are going back into our community. Everything we've raised is going back where it belongs to help the women and men in our community that need that assistance.
So, and I know that was something that you guys had been working on, is making sure, because when we did that big campaign with Big Wigs and we went out in the community, and so many of our local business partners support Susan G. Komen because it's supporting our communities and our patients right here in this area, and I know that's near and dear to your heart.
Absolutely.
And getting that message out, you said, we've started something amazing, so we need to continue that, and we need to encourage each other and make sure mammograms and breast cancer stay in the top of our minds.
Absolutely. You know, how many times have I sat here and said 75% of the net funds we raise goes back into our community? How could I have done that and not made sure? How could Lori and I have sat here and raised funds and not done what we were supposed to do with it? So to that end, there will be funds available. We gave about $400,000 in gifts in the last couple of weeks. breast and cervical early detection program. They will be able to partner with hundreds of facilities in our community, and they will be able to provide those screening and diagnostic safety nets. The patient financial assistance through Celebrate Life Support Group. Things that need to be done. With COVID, so many people lost their jobs and their insurance. We needed to provide that safety net.
Well, we are so grateful, and we'll miss Lori, of course, and you, Amy, and our relationships, but I know that we will stay in touch. You've done incredible work, and as a Tri-Cities area, we thank you for all you've put in to our community. We are going to give you the new number. This is for the Susan G. Komen's national hotline now that they have established. And Amy, a big thank you from all of us at Daytime Tri-Cities for all your hard work.
It's been my honor and privilege. Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back.